Most people overcomplicate competition analysis. They spend hours going over competitor websites, backlinks, on page, and they're like, what do I do? In this video, I go deep into exactly what we do in my agency, what we do in our coaching community to analyze competition in under 10 minutes, find out exactly if this niche is worth getting into, how much work we need to do to outrank the competitors, and much more. My name is Saravanan Ganesh, and if you don't know me from Adam, I do SEO day in and day out, rank websites in Google, and I do a model called Rank and Rent, which is also called Rank and Bank, because that's what I call that, or basically just ranking a website, your website, client website, it doesn't matter. On the top of Google, generate customers for the client. And this video, if you know anything about SEO, you should watch this video. We have done, so here is what you want to do, right? You want to go here and go through this ranking process and this document. There's a video explained, but we have done our niche research, location research. We're now going to start competition analysis and keyword research. So all of this pretty much in week 1 you can do. Okay? So whatever you have picked out, go with that. But we're going to start that. Any questions on this? Anybody? Shall I go ahead? Anyone still not clear how to find a low-hanging fruit? Let me know. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat. Okay? So let's go, right? What are we going to do? Competition analysis, keyword research, right? Why are we doing competition analysis? I want to find my competition so I can get an idea of how good or bad it's going to be. We already started a little bit on it. So I would open up the top guys who are ranking organic. So I opened up this guy, 𝐄𝐻𝐸𝐽, Conjo Valley, whatever that is, right? I'm going to keep this guy as one of the ones, okay? Let me go and I'm going to open up this guy, Bob the trimmer, right? I can also open up, okay, look at this. 𝐄𝐻𝐸𝐽 is over here and over here. That's the other thing. Once you rank here and here, organic, if you follow the process, just follow this process and start ranking on page, off page, all of that. Even if you have no GMB, you can start the off page and all that. You start the process. Once you get your websites to page 1, chances are very high, if you have a GMB, they will also appear on the top of the map pack. Not all the time, but if the low-hanging fruit, they will. Make sense? Okay, so what am I looking for when it comes to competition analysis? I want to take a look at these guys and I want to get an idea of a few things. Okay, how many pages does this guy have? What am I doing competition analysis? I want to find everything about him. How many pages? How many backlinks? How many keywords he's coming up for? What service pages he has? Right, all of that. So then I can build out my website bigger and better than him. Does that make sense? Okay. So how many pages does this guy have? Bob, whatever he is. I think we found 16 pages or so, right? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can just count it. Let's just say 16 pages. Okay. So top guys have, one guy got 16. This guy had 5, if I'm not wrong. 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So it's got 6. I can even see reviews. So now you can start looking into all that. Okay. Next thing is how many backlinks he has. Right? So I can take this guy, Bob the builder, Bob the tree trimmer, put him over here, and I can see he's coming up for 60 keywords. This is good for me. Right? Then I can find out what kind of keywords he's coming up for. Right? Some of these keywords may not be helpful to us. Sharp Bob, looks like that's his brand name. Bob and the trees, right? But Bob the tree guys, looks like he has a brand following you or whatever there, but you get the idea, right? You can get ideas. We can take, let's open up another one, another tab, come on, and then Conjo Valley. Let's put him up, right? How many keywords? 43 keywords, right? So I get an idea, right? So I can look 60 keywords, 43 keywords, just to get an idea, okay? How many backlinks does this guy have, right? 21 groups of backlinks. And then this one, groups of backlinks is basically how many domains, that's it, right? 17, right? So he's got 17, 21. how many service pages. That's now we can plan it out. So these guys, they have already done the work for you, right? What kind of service pages do these guys have? This guy's got just one service page, trimming and removal. That's it. Even though he says he's got tree removal, but he hasn't put anything else, he only has one service page, right? This guy here has 1, 2, 3, 4 service pages. You see that? So he's actually giving you, they've done the work. So you are now understanding what you need to build your website out. So you can get ideas from this guy. Okay, I probably should put a service page for tree trimming, one for tree removal, one for stump and root grinding, one for tree health, right? And then you can look at the reviews, 15 and 12. So the average, so you get an idea, 15 and 12. Does that make sense? So now, let me make sure there's no questions in the chat. Give me a second. Okay, good. So now you know, just to be on the safe side, if you put more than 16 pages, more than 21 backlinks, right? More than 4 service pages, more than this, chances are high you'll start ranking for as many, if not more keywords also, if you do the keyword research properly. Make sense? So the good thing with Google is this, guys. Okay, remember this. Anytime Google update happens, okay, if your website goes down, just say you did all the work, it's ranking high, then the Google, I see that all the time, Google update happens and somebody's website goes to page 2, it's not on page 1. People are panicking. Oh, my website is not ranking anymore. What do I do? You just have to think. Google, whatever update it does, it cannot hide the results, right? So let's say tree service 1,000 oaks, these guys are ranking. For whatever reason, this guy goes out of page 1 and somebody who's on page, who was here, let's say this guy comes to page 1, top of page 1. All you have to do is Google has the new set of page 1 results, find the top guy, go and you do your due diligence. What does he have that you don't have? You can look at the number of pages, number of reviews, number of the on-page title tag, all of that will go in detail. Does that make sense? So it's not rocket science. You just have to think a bit. Mike says, plus those websites are not optimized properly. Yes, absolutely, Mike. There you go. Right? So now you just have to start building out your website. Does that make sense? Okay, now you can start building out a website where you say home page, you want a home page, you want maybe 4 to 5 service pages, right? Maybe you can put 10 location or what I call suburb pages, right? Because we just saw that somebody in Thousand Oaks, he can probably drive 8 miles to Aurora Hills, another 8 minutes to Oak Park. You know, if Bridle Path, how far is Bridle, California? Is this the one? I don't know. Is this the one? Yeah, you know, so you can get all these suburbs of Thousand Oaks. How do you find the suburbs? Go here and say list of suburbs of Thousand Oaks, California. Google's going to give you all this, right? You can go and say by distance, maybe, right? Google will have some website. Look at that. There you go. Travel map. There you go. Right? Cities near California. Each is 26 miles. Copy all these miles. Just do your due diligence. Just to be safe, you still want to go and say is Oxnard. Is it too far or too less? Absolutely. Yeah, you can miles for $1,000, $2,000 job. See that? So now Google is giving you how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 suburbs right there, right? So 15 suburbs right there, right? Then you also want to understand one more thing. You want to put blog pages. Why are we putting blog pages? Okay. When I search for tree service Thousand Oaks, okay, let's go back to page 1. Maps results, Google ads. Then see, people also ask. Google is telling me this is something people are asking. Somebody is asking what's the price of a tree? The more I click, the more opens up, right? Not all these questions may be relevant, but if chances are asking for what is the price to top a tree, probably they're looking to hire, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people asking for this. So this may be something in Thousand Oaks. I never seen this in Michigan, topping a tree. Maybe that's a Thousand Oaks thing. Maybe there's a specific kind of a tree in California that's not in Michigan. I don't know. So That's how you go deep into keyword research. Does that make sense? You search for tree removal, then probably give you a different set of results. Wow, look at that. It's illegal, right? So 50%, again, write this down, 50% of the search come from the solution. People are searching for the money keywords or the solution. They know they need a tree removed, so they search for this. But 50% would be coming from the problem. I have a tree I need to cut. What do I do? There's a 56-year-old housewife somewhere who doesn't even know how to search. She's just searching, do I need a permit to cut down my tree? And if you have a blog article that's written about this, that basically says, do your research, do you need a permit, not permit, need a permit? But the best thing to do is easy for you in the long run, is just go to hire a company, call us, we'll come for a free estimate. That's one call and could be an easy one job. Does that make sense?